Okay, hey, Cliff Jones here with Mindful Motorcycling. It has been a long time since I've been here, and today this is all about the BMW S1000 XR. See it behind me here. I'm going to do the best I can to give you a comprehensive review of the bike. It's got about just over 2,000 miles on it, and if you're a video freak, I'm not a video freak. I'm not editing this. This is pretty raw. I'm just sharing it from the heart, my experience, because I love motorcycles, and I know there's been a lot of talk about the buzz of the bars of this bike, and should that really keep you from owning it. This is 2018. Let's take a quick look at her. Again, I'm no video dude here, so forgive me. But there she is. Whoa, that's terrible. Okay, how about that? That's better. Man, sometimes I'm terrible at video. So let me do a quick walk around with you. All right? So it's got a couple thousand miles on it. Let me say, I just love this bike. This bike is probably one of my favorite bikes ever. And the reason I say that, after owning many BMW motorcycles, not that the other bikes aren't great, but this one is phenomenal. I'm going to talk about the bar buzz in a minute. I'm going to tell you my opinion on that. I'm not a techie, but this is basically stock except for the windscreen here. Just put that on. The stock windscreen is fine, ladies and gentlemen. I just thought the darker one looked cool, and I did get the bags. Now, these bags all have a little bit of a wiggle, so I'll make a comment on that as long as I remember. But here's the deal with this bike overall. I love this bike, as I said, and the reason is it's comfortable, it's lean, it's fast. Now, my last GS, prior BMW, 2 bikes ago, coming off the KTM 1090R, which I loved. Those bikes, 90, 100, 125 horsepower, opposed twin, cooled, the BMW GS, and then, of course, the 4-cylinder KTM 1090R. This is an inline 4. Compared to those bikes, so imagine, not that I ever do this or anything, but imagine getting this bad boy up to, 100 miles an hour. Now, that's purely simulated, never been there, of course, and you haven't either. We ride responsibly, right? But it has 50% more, okay? So this bike is 50% more powerful, basically, 165 horsepower, right? Now, if you get on the dyno or whatever, it's going to put less to the rear wheel if you're really geeky about it. There's some cool videos online about that. But the point is, this bike flies. I have not found the top end. I don't know that I want to find the top end, because this thing is really amazing. It's clean, it's lean. Let me get a few more particulars on here for you. So, you can see kind of the dash here. And I don't like a lot of farkles, but the rider position is phenomenal, really. It's like a GS to me. Now, the foot pegs are back a little further, but the electronic suspension, the electronic shift system, oh my gosh. I don't know, I've never had that before on a bike, but I don't really need to shift more on the way up because the computer does amazing work for us, okay? So, comfortable, fast, lean. I mean, the motor just rages. It's unbelievable. Again, this is completely stock. Inline 4, 165 horsepower. Stock bags, about $1,000. I have mixed feelings about them. There's a lot of extra play in these bags. I know BMW knows it, but that's as secure as I can get that one. Okay? That's as secure as I can get that one. There's got to be a better way. But, look, I'm not complaining because they haven't come off the bike yet. I was going to start it up, but of course I didn't put it in neutral. Let's do that, because you guys want to hear this. Again, stock muffler. stock exhaust. But you're not going to need anything more than this in terms of speed for street riding. Now, could you tour on this thing? Absolutely. You can tour. Okay. Can you tour all day? Yeah. If you like this kind of riding. If you like this kind of power. If you kind of like this exposure to the wind. But this thing screams. And again, that's the stock exhaust on it. Comes with a Pirelli tire. I'm quite impressed with the Pirelli. I'm glad the Bridgestone's on there. Okay, now, I'm going to get to the buzz in a minute. Let's talk about this. Right, you see the exposure. Now, a lot of guys online talk about that. I got a radiator guard, haven't put it on yet. Yeah, that's exposed. Could a rock be kicked up? Sure. Am I likely to be doing a lot of dirt bike riding with this? No. Can you ride this on the dirt? Yeah, this is a dirt parking lot. You can see where I am here. But I'm up in North Scottsdale, and I rode this on the dirt, but I am not going to be riding this on the dirt. You want to ride dirt bikes, ride dirt bikes, big adventure bikes, do whatever it takes. This has a chain on it. Okay, now let's talk about the buzz. Here's the deal. I was really worried about the buzz when I got this bike. But having ridden it over 2,000 miles, no numbness in the arms, no numbness in the feet. The bottom line is, this bike has a massive purr, roar, fight to it. It's just a ferocious motor. I mean, this is a superbike compared to its cousin, the superbike cousin. This is detuned a little bit, but essentially the same torque, not the same horsepower, not the same top speed. But guys, who needs more top speed than this thing? I mean, you're talking terminal velocity anyway. So, yeah, there is a buzz to the whole bike. It's, the way I look at it, it's a superbike. And it's buzzing constantly. But is it annoying? To me, no. I'm 57. I'm an experienced, fit, 57-year young guy. And I could ride this bike all day long. It's as comfortable as the GS. Okay. It's 50% more powerful, I'd say. It's sexy. This is the color of my first Schwinn bicycle. So I wasn't really thinking of getting a new bike. I did like the KTM 1090, but I did miss raging a little bit. The ferocity of this motor. Her name is Goodbye because it's going to kiss everybody goodbye on a street. Okay? Not that I'm a street racer or anything. But anyway, there you go. I'm Cliff Jones. If you're considering this bike, again, in closing, the only downside, possible negative is it's a buzzy bike. It's a fast bike. This is probably not going to be your first bike. Yeah, the radiator and all that's exposed. You can get a radiator guard. But man, the seat is phenomenally comfortable. The heated grips, fine. The position, great. Windscreen, I feel protected. Overall, I give this bike a 9 out of a possible 10. 9 out of a possible 10, because I don't give 10s on anything. This is probably, of the 20 plus bikes I've owned in 30 years. Yeah, I got an issue. This is my favorite motorcycle, hands down. Would I rather ride this than the GS if I could only own one? Yes. However, I do love my GSs. The KTM was phenomenal. Not the same, quite the oomph as my BMW. But again, KTM's coming along great. BMW, you guys did a phenomenal job with this bike. If you like this video, give me some encouragement. Leave a comment. Ask any questions. I'll try to stay on top of this. I'm going to do a better job putting out some videos at Mindful Motorcycle. I've been busy at work and doing all that fun stuff, but I miss talking about motorcycles, sharing motorcycles. I wasn't riding all summer, and now with this bike, man, I'm going to be riding a lot. It's the fall, coming in the winter of Arizona, and I'll be putting some miles on this and reporting back with some more mindful motorcycling insights. Hope you like this video. Again, subscribe, give me a little love. Don't be too harsh if you didn't like anything. If I left anything out, you felt I should have added it, let me know. Over and out. I'm Cliff Jones, Mindful Motorcycling. See ya.